Hey everybody. Okay, this is me with no makeup on. Oh, I need to put another light on here. Let you guys listen to some music real quick while I get another light. I'm hanging on by a thread, and all I'm clinging to is prayers. And every breath is like a battle. I feel like I ain't come prepared. And death's knocking on the front door. Pain screaming through the back. Fears falling through the windows. Waiting for them to attack. They say don't get bitter, get better. Is that better? I'm working on switching them letters. But tell God, good enough. All right. As promised, I'm going to show you. Actually, I'm going to put one more light up. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Okay, I am going to teach you guys, well, let me say this. What I show you, sorry, turn off my music. What I'm going to show you is not saying that this is the way to do it. What I'm saying is this is how I put my makeup on. Okay, I've had a lot of people ask me about it because I have a pretty natural look, but I like a lot of, I don't know, I kind of like that glow. I like that shimmer. So I'm going to share with you guys what I do. Let's see if I can get my camera right. I know there's some shadows and stuff, sorry about that. So you guys can see, I have nothing on right now. I have freckles, yes, I have freckles. Some are sunspots that are from years ago. Just a little tip, it's 10 years out, so whatever you did 10 years ago is gonna show on your skin in 10 years. I will tell you, I use a fabulous system, absolutely love it. So before, right now what I have on, I wash my face, and when I get out, I do the lifting serum, the Serum C, and the pore minimizer, and then I do my SPF moisturizer for the Voluform, and it works amazing. If I miss a step, or if I go out of town and I forget one of them or something, I can always tell a difference. Hi Desiree, hi Sherry, hi everybody. I'm so excited to have you guys on. So I am, like I said, I'm not claiming that this is the best way, like this is the way to do it and this is the professional way to do it. I'm just telling you this is the way I do it, okay? So I start with that. Good skincare is always the best part of having a good having good makeup, because a lot of times if you've noticed, and I'm just gonna kind of give my opinion, this is purely my opinion, I think a lot of people cover up bad skin with makeup, and sometimes they're covering it up with makeup that's not the greatest makeup. It's makeup that's meant to be for studio. I've had a lot of different types of experiences. One of them, I did full figure modeling for a while there, and one of the things I learned from the makeup artist was that certain makeup actually is only supposed to be on your skin for like 3 hours, and that's it. Yeah, 3 hours. Aw, thanks, Desiree. But yeah, 3 hours, that's it. So a lot of times people are wearing it overnight. They're like just not, because it stays on forever because it's really thick. That's the whole purpose. So when you see some of these tutorials on YouTube, they look amazing, but they're not always done with the greatest makeup. So of course, I'm using Mary Kay today. That is what I use for everything. But that Voluform set is pretty awesome. So I love it. So then I also did prep my skin. I do have the primer on already. And I always do a little bit of CC cream. CC cream is it color corrects. So if you have any redness in your skin or anything like that, it kind of corrects it. And I like it as more of a base, so I put it right after my primer. I know it sounds like a lot of steps, but it really takes like 2 seconds. It's not bad. I do wash my face in the shower, so that makes a big difference too. And then what I've been doing, you guys know these are my favorite, the illuminating drops. I love these things. So I use our brush. It's our foundation brush. It's the Mary Kay foundation brush, the new one with the, oh, I just love this. I'm picky about brushes. I've taken some classes on color, and the class I've taken, I never realized how important the tools were. And so, yeah, it's very important. It's just like doing the right job when you're doing, construction or anything else. If you don't have the right tools, then you don't really have the, whatever. So, as you can tell, I do have a different color face than I do my skin. I try not to get a lot of sun on my skin, on my face, because I can always kind of make my face the same color as my neck. So that's kind of what I do. And then today I'm also going to be using our brand new foundation, which is awesome, by the way. I was not sure how I felt about it. Foundation, I will say, I don't wear a ton of makeup, but even before Mary Kay, I like foundation was the one I was like, I don't know about this. I really love the foundation. I really love my foundation because I was using actually one of those ones that you aren't supposed to use more than 3 hours because I like the coverage because I was covering up bad skin, remember? So anyway, but I love that foundation. And then I started using Mary Kay's more that my skin started getting healthier and better. I didn't have to have so much coverage, which I like that. And now freckles are in, so that's even better, right? So people are putting... Okay, so just a quick minute. This is so funny. My daughter watches a ton of YouTube videos, and she was watching one where they were putting freckles on the face. Like, we used to try to get rid of freckles, not put freckles on. It's just kind of funny. I thought that was pretty funny. But anyway, so this one's awesome. It is our matte finish. This is what we have right now. If you have not gotten a chance to try it, it is open to all consultants on the 10th for some, and then to all consultants, I believe on the 16th this month, if I'm remembering my dates correctly. But it is the matte 3D foundation, goes with our 3D skincare set, the new 3D skincare set, that's awesome too. And it has resveratrol in it, which is really awesome. So it helps with anti-aging and all that. But I'm gonna do that, and so what I do, my next step, hopefully I don't miss any steps because I'm all nervous on here, but I just put it right on here. And that's about all that I use. I really don't have to use much, and that's probably too much, to be honest. And I also mix it with the Golden Horizon. I really like the Golden Horizon. I used to use one of these for Estee Lauder, and it was awesome. It was similar to this. It wasn't exactly this. I'm talking years ago, you guys. Like, I'm pretty old, so it was a long time ago. And some of you that are my age will know we used to always say the J-Lo glow, and that was kind of the time period. So anyway, so then I just put it, whoops, I didn't do it right, hold on. I'm still figuring out these little droppy things. But then I just put a little bit on here, so now I have both. I have about an equal mixture of the two. And I like to do mine in a circular motion. So I don't really use concealer or anything like that, you guys. Like if I feel like my eyes, like right now my eyes have a lot of coloring in them, so I might use a little bit today. But typically I don't have to. I'm going to show you the finish right now as I do it. And I have my little mirror because it's really weird to look into a camera and do it. So anyway, but I just put it all over. And like I said, a little bit goes a long way. Sorry. I'm covering up the light and everything. Okay, I'll try and do it in here. See if it works. I can't tell if I have all the coverage because my filter thing is kind of weird. So, and then around my eye area, they call it stippling. I stipple it because you don't want to tug and pull your eye area. That's where you show aging the most, or one of the places. So you really don't want to. So the one thing I do like about this foundation too is it is a buildable coverage. So you can build it if you want more coverage. But like I said, right now, the lighter coverage is kind of in. So you can kind of see how I got, well, I'm hoping you can see with the filters and all the lights. I don't have the best lighting in here. I still haven't got it's funny, my hair is like purple on the ends. I still haven't got one of those like camera lighting, so it might be a little bit weird. I wonder if I do have a filter on that's automatic. Hold on, let's see if I can change a filter. Did that change? A little bit better? Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I did have a filter on there. So anyway, but I pull it all the way down because you do want it to match. You want it to look exactly like your neck versus your, and I could probably do a little bit darker of a tone because I've been out in the sun more trying to get vitamin D. Plus it's beautiful here, although it's been like 97 degrees, been crazy. But anyway, so I love this foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna let it set for a second because I'm gonna actually put another coat on. I changed my lighting because I usually do it in my bathroom, which this lighting is a lot different. But I don't know if you can kind of see how how it looks right now, better than it did. So it's a little bit, it's still real natural. Like it doesn't look like really bad, but I did take the, like I have these wrinkles that need to go away. I don't like those, but that's what skincare is for. So, like I said, I'm gonna put a little bit more on, just to build it around my nose area and stuff because I do. And I'm just doing the same thing, putting a little bit of that Golden Horizon on there. Actually, I kind of put a lot of that Golden Horizon on there. And you can highlight with the Golden Horizon too. Like that's pretty cool. You could do both. I just, like I said, I like to kind of give myself a more luminous foundation, so that's why I add that to the matte. We're working on getting the new luminous ones out. So, hi Barb. This is really weird. I don't normally do stuff like this, so I put my makeup on usually at 4:30 in the morning. Yes, I do wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So we have something in Mary Kay called the 5 O'Clock Club Mary Kay designed, and I had to obviously push it a little further and do 4:30, right? So it's my competitor. No, I'm just kidding. That's not. I just always have done 4:30. Okay, so that's 2 coverages, as you can see. And it still has, so I have the luminous, but I don't really want the full, oh my gosh, my hair, I really need to get that fixed. I tried to get the yellow out of it, but I kind of did get a little bit of foundation in it. Having platinum hair, you gotta really go backwards and try to get the foundation out of your hair. It's not fun. So I do also use the translucent powder, and that just kind of sets your foundation. You can see I always go in a downward motion because your face has little like shingle-like skin, and so what happens is that it will go underneath. You'll look like a big peach ball, and you don't want to do that. So, or a big fuzz ball, whatever. And maybe not peach because it's translucent, but I mean it's clear. Okay, so that is so far. All right, now the next thing is, oh, brows. That's the next thing. I have my little makeup bag that I use. So brows, we have our new brow liners. Like these are pretty awesome, you guys. Like they're precision brows, and if you see in my brows, I have little holes in my brows because I have thyroid condition, and also I am one of those people that like a rock in my shoe will drive me nuts. So if I have something that feels weird, I'll pick up my face. But anyway, that's a whole nother episode. But I just go in and I like this. Sorry, I'm not even showing you guys because I have to look in the mirror. You just kind of can go in and you just want to lightly shade it. I don't like it to look like it's, you know, fake brows. I'm not at all going to tell you I do my brows really well. That's why I don't do a lot of brow classes. I can teach you what I hear and I read, but I don't represent it very well, let me tell you. But it's good enough and I like it. So the color I'm using is the dark blonde. I try to have it a little bit more like my natural, obviously. Well, it looks purple right now, but this is not my natural color. So obviously, my natural color is really, really dark brown. Is that crazy? Really dark brown. But I've always been blonde, and then when I started turning, that's when I started going to doing it myself. And so I can't go brown because it just doesn't feel like me. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I take another little bit of that, well, actually I'll wait on that. I go to my eyes, and I do recommend the eye primer. I have really, really deep set eyes, as you can tell. And so a lot of times eye cream and eye primers and stuff, if I do it before my makeup, it'll get into my eye area, and then I have watery eyes all day. So I have personally just chosen not to use an eye primer because of that. So sometimes like you can use our concealers. Concealers are awesome. And this doesn't usually take me this long, but I'm trying to explain everything to you guys. Thank you, Mandy. How are you? Hey, Amy. Yeah, So, okay, so I'm just kind of mixing it up. This is our new concealers. They come in like a little tip like this, but you can just, you know, even though I already put my, see, I just go backwards. I'm like, hey, wait a second, I can do this. Okay, so then you're just gonna use your finger and you're gonna stipple it in. Again, patting it in or whatever it is. Stippling, I guess, is with a brush. See, anybody can do this. So now I have my base, you know, and I'm just doing, we used to have a highlighter that I loved, by the way, and I've had a couple of people ask me about it, and it was this, like, it kind of came in a little tube. It was a really pink tube, and it was called our facial highlighter, and it was white. And anybody, you guys can comment below if you know what I'm talking about. Like, this is an awesome highlighter. And this is a long time ago when I just used it, but we have this is the deep ivory, but the light ivory, this is just a shade lighter so that I can have some highlight, but the light ivory with a little bit of these Silver Sands illuminating drops works awesome for highlighting that area. And you usually just do it under here and then like a little bit over here. That's what we used to do. You don't want it to be super shimmery here, but just a tiny, tiny bit of that just to kind of give that highlighting glow into the concealer. So I'm gonna go back over that area real quick and set it with that powder brush again because I still have some powder on there. Okay, all right, so now to my eyes. I use a switch. If you guys don't know what a switch is, it's pretty awesome. I learned it from an awesome makeup artist person. That these are pretty cool. So I just clean the brush. It cleans the brush colors off. So not cleans it like sanitize it, but cleans the color off. Okay, my hair is really bugging me. All right, so what I do personally is I take one of these brushes here. It's just like a all over eyelid brush. And I should just do one thing at a time. I shouldn't do the whole makeup. It takes a while, I guess. And then I just take, so this is my palette, a little bit dirty, I know, I'm sorry. These are, I use colors that, I'm like a yellow undertone, so I use a lot of warm colors, even though right now my hair is really, I'm trying to go more ash because my natural black brown hair likes to turn everything golden. So yesterday I toned my hair and you can see that it's still a little bit crazy. And it's because I have LED lights, so they're even like more bright that way. My hair doesn't normally look like this. But I might need to change either the lighting or my hair because that's pretty bad. Anyways, so I use the lightest color here, and this one is, I use this one first to go all over the eyelid, and this one is the Biscotti. It's a new Chroma Fusion. Chroma Fusion is awesome. Chroma Fusion is our new formula for our shadows and our blushes, and it has majorly awesome pigments in it, and it sets really well. It lasts a long time. Because I'm not a huge makeup person, I'll be honest with you, I do not, it's easier in my mirror, sorry. I do not like to reapply throughout the day. I'm just not a reapplier, I guess. I'll reapply like powder or foundation, you know, stuff like that, or lip gloss, but I'm not a big makeup person. My big thing is skincare. I love our skincare. So I'm just gonna go over this. It's much better in the mirror, so hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing. So I just go all over the whole entire lid with that lighter color just to kind of give a more base tone, okay? Then I go ahead, I'm gonna use my crease. This is just like a crease brush, so you can use any crease brush. Ours is really good. I find ours picks up a lot of pigment, and I have a really defined brow bone right here, if you can see. By the way, I used to hang down and it used to be sagging, but I used our Voluform eye cream and it started toning up. So if you have saggy eyes, you can use the Voluform eye cream. It's pretty awesome. And also helped me with getting rid of crow's feet. But I have a really pronounced brow bone right there because I have hooded eyes. And so if I use our new brush, it picks up pigment so well that it kind of looks funny because it sticks really well. I'm sure other people would say it looks fine, but to me it's just weird. And one thing you'll learn about me is I'm a perfectionist if you don't know me that well, but I like things to be like symmetrical and right, and I'll keep going until it's right. So that's what I do. All right, so Then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm not used to showing everybody what I'm doing. I like this color here, and this one I think is, I wanna say it's Stormy maybe. We have all the new colors. I used to know the old palette, but this one is, oh, and look, it's pretty cool because they come out and they're just magnetic. So you never have to replace your palette. You just have to replace these. But it is actually Cashmere Haze. So I like Cashmere Haze because it's not too dark and it's not too light, but it will give me a little bit of definition in my crease, and I just kind of go right over that crease area. Okay. So hooded eyes are the most common eyes, but they also are the hardest to figure out how to do. And so I learned from a makeup artist. I don't know if I can say his name, so I'm not going to say his name, but he's awesome. And I don't have rights to probably say his name. I don't know how that works. I'm still learning all this stuff on here. But anyway, and so I did it on the one, and you can see it just kind of lightly makes it so that you can see kind of a crease. I'm going to do it on this side too. And again, going back to the fact that tools really do matter, like you have to have the right tools. It really does matter. I've even learned that sometimes spending a little more on brushes is worth it because they definitely make a big difference. I love our new brush set. It is awesome. But see, so I don't know if you can really tell. I need to figure out how to do tutorials better with lighting or whatever it is that I'm having issues with. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then the next one is I take a little bit of the darker gray, this one here, and this one is called Shadow, which I like too. So I like to, I'm wearing cool colors today because of the fact that, like I said, I'm trying to get my my hair to be more cool, I guess. So anyway, so I just do it kind of a little bit over, not as much with that. See how I just kind of put it right there on the end? This is more like that accent shade. And if you're thinking like, oh my gosh, this is a lot, it's not really when you do it, when you're not telling everybody what you're doing. So it's not too hard. And then I just kind of go like a little bit in that way, not too much. So you can see that I have some area here that doesn't have anything. So like what I like to do is take my same brush that I did the first one, and I clean it off with my switch. I get the color off of it. And I either do, depends. At nighttime, I'll do a little bit darker of a shade. If I'm doing like a real nude lip, I'll do a lighter shade, I mean a darker shade, because you don't want to have dark eyes and dark lips and dark cheeks. You're gonna look funny. But typically the rule of thumb is if you have a dark eye, you would go with a lighter lip. If you have a darker lip, you would go through a lighter eye. I learned something from another makeup artist, which was awesome. She said, put the lipsticks on first, and then you can do your eyes after. But I am doing the same look I do every day, so I'm not worried about it. So this is Granite. This is what like my favorite go-to color. The reason I love this color is it can go brown, or it can go like on the golder or the warm side and also the cool side. So it can go with brown or it could go with black. So I like that. But I also use this one, which is a lighter version, and it is Smoky Quartz. That's a new color. So you can see I use quite a bit of that too. And so today I'm gonna just use the Smoky Quartz, just a little lighter. So, and I just take that and I put it right on, hopefully you can see me. I know I'm like kind of blocking everything. Trying not to. This is definitely takes talent. So can you see? See the difference? Hopefully you can see a difference with this lighting. Not very good. And then I just do it on that side too. The cool thing about color on eyes is, well, there's two things. One is you can always blend. Blending's good. You want it blended. And the second thing, I'm much better, by the way, with other people's makeup than my own. But the other thing too that is nice about eye color is that you can practice. It's not permanent. You can take it off and do it again, and you can take it off and do it again, and you can keep doing that. So I like to just practice whenever, you know, if you know you have those nights where you're just kind of bored and don't have anything to do. And so I just end up going, well, those are far and few between when you're a mom now, but Anyway, I just kind of practice on those, or if there's a new look color that I like. Good thing is it's my job, so I get to actually feel like I'm working at the same time, which is really cool. So, and you can see how I have a little bit, like this little bit here is gonna bug me just because of my personality. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of that darker gray that I use, the shadow, and I'm gonna just kind of pop it in there because it's gonna bug me. And my shadow comes off there a lot because of the fact that I have that bone. My bone structure in my face is interesting. Like I'll tell you something's kind of funny. You know, people say take selfies from up high. I can't take selfies from up high. I look like my face is pretty thin and small, so I look like a skeleton, and it's kind of funny. So I have to do it like from straight ahead, or like this is as high as I can go. Like it's a little bit slanted, but it's kind of crazy. Hi, Yvonne. So good to see you guys on here. So anyway, that's my eyes. You can kind of see I haven't done the liner yet. I love our liners, by the way. I play around with our liners. It depends on what type of look I want. My everyday look is what I'll do today, and I do kind of more like a smoky, smudged look because it is, I don't need to, Tracy. I'm excited to put the lashes on. I wish I had them right now. Tracy does lashes with red aspen, and so I just bought some and I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna try them, we're gonna see. I have this, I was just saying, I don't know, Tracy, if you saw, but I have this pronounced bone here, and that's what I'm like a little bit concerned if it's gonna be kind of tickly or whatever. But anyway, so I'm using just our regular formula, and it is the deep brown. We have deep brown, we have black, and we have Steely. I have a lot of people who love Steely. My personal preference is not Steely. I have skin that it turns blue. So it's kind of like a gray blue, but it's a gray. And some people, they put it on and it looks awesome. I would think that I could use it as a lighter color with this, but I'm actually gonna go with this, and I'm gonna do a gray over it, because this almost looks black. So I don't see that it really contrasts too much with, you know, the other. But I love this because you can twist it up, and then on the end of your, if you guys have been using this and didn't know this, it took me a while to get this. That's why I think everybody's like me. But this end of the cap, like you can use as a sharpener. So pretty cool. But this is pretty new. So that's the nice thing about being a consultant too. I just go in my office and grab whatever I need. But I try to get as close to the line as possible. So hopefully you guys can see me. And I just kind of go, okay, I'm just gonna say, unless you're doing a cat eye, this is my opinion again. This is not like fact or anything, but this is my opinion. Unless you're doing like a cat eye and you're doing something like a liquid liner, like our liquid liner is really good too, by the way. It's kind of like a Sharpie marker. I'll show you on my hand. So pretty awesome, love it. It's not waterproof, but it's awesome. The other one, this one's actually, I'm gonna show you, this is kind of cool. So I'm gonna write a heart on mine, and so this one will set, and I'll show you what it does. But this one is water resistant, so once it sets, it's pretty good. I used to have problems where it would get on my lid and things like that. It's because I wasn't letting it set right, and I was doing things too much, and then also using the eye cream and stuff. I had to start, you know, once I stopped using the eye cream, it wasn't as bad. But anyway, so I go just really close. A hard line, what I was saying about that is that unless you're doing like a cat eye, a hard line is not really in anymore. I'm just gonna tell you. So, I mean, it might be in, but it's not in. Like, you have to do it right, is what I'm trying to say. Just that straight, you know, line is not the greatest. I've seen it good on some people, but not everybody. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now about that, but because I'm probably offending somebody, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. But I kind of just go a little bit more on the ends. I have very almond shaped eyes, and I have, I don't always go all the way in because my eyes are deep set and they're small, and I like my eyes to show because you see I have blue eyes. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I like my blue eyes. If I do that, then it just kind of closes them out. So I have found that I can do it on the top, but not on the bottom. But I kind of like how this looks, so it's what I've been doing. So I use our smudger brush, which is awesome, and you want to just kind of take it at the end. And I'm doing one eye so I could show you what it looks like. But I just kind of smudge it and make it a soft line. I do it underneath too. some people do this with shadow. And my daughter laughs. She's like, why do you always do that with your mouth when you do that? I don't know. It's just part of the thing. Every woman probably does it. At least I think every woman does it. But as you can tell, it's kind of just like a, let's see if you can see closer. I'm not in the greatest lighting, I know. Can you see the difference between the two? It's not much. I mean, it still is like, I have a lash there. But it is like more like it's just more of like a shadowed look, like a smoky look. And then I go over it a little bit with the black, the coal, just to kind of give a little bit more of that definition, especially when you put mascara on. It'll be really pretty. I have this really cool brush that I got that you can stick up the color. I don't think I have it on here though, but I have a hard time learning how to use it, so I can do it on other people. It's very hard on myself. Okay, so there you go. You can see. I'm gonna do just a little. I lost a little bit of color because I did that, but I'm gonna just do that. So that's one eye right there without mascara. Now here's another thing. You cannot judge eyes without mascara. Somebody told me that one time and it was so true because sometimes I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. So that's one eye, and that's, you see, if you can see, makeup is really an illusion. I like makeup because it totally like gives you a perception. It's kind of funny. But anyway, so, and then I'll just do the other eye. So I get as close, like I said, as possible to the lash line. And hopefully I'm not blocking the camera, sorry. Like I said, I'm not the greatest at this tutorial thing. I'll get better. Everything is good with the practice, right? Okay, so it's funny, as a perfectionist, I just have to say that when I'm doing this, I'm like thinking, oh no, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? It doesn't matter. Okay, so they should write a book, In the Mind of a Perfectionist. Although most people probably are. Okay, so again, I'm just kind of, so see how it's symmetrical now? Which is good. Okay, now my mascara I do last. I don't know why, you don't have to do it that way, but I do. So I do my blush next. And this new blush brush I love because you can contour with it. You can highlight with it, and you can just use blush. Now I'm going to tell you my ideas of contouring. For one, I have pretty pronounced, you can see I have no contouring on right now. I just have foundation. So I have a pretty pronounced area there. If I'm going to contour, it's going to be at nighttime or I'm going on stage or something like that. I don't do it during the day. I've seen a lot of people with bad contouring, and I think it's because they're watching videos and then they're going, wait a second, I'm gonna try to do this, but they don't realize that's within studio lighting and all that stuff. So they go out in regular lighting and it looks funny because you can actually see the pieces of the makeup. So you wanna, if you're gonna do regular everyday contouring, my personal belief is that you should use a powder contour powder, and we do have two really good ones. In fact, I have one back here to demo out, and it is this darker one here, which is Cocoa, and then Latte, which is this one here, and then those are our highlighters on there too. I love this little thing. Anyway, I don't contour. Sorry, I know I should, but I don't really, I don't know. Maybe I need to. Maybe someone knows something I don't know. But I will tell you, I'm really partial to this color here. I do wear corals really well. This one's called Hot Coral. And in this lighting, I'll be able to see good because see, look, you can still see my hair's all crazy. But this lighting, it'll be good. But this one, you only need a little bit because the color goes a long way. So the way I do it is I just get a little bit on my brush, right on that middle part there. And then I take it and I tap it in. You can always go darker. It's very hard to go lighter. So that's my tip for you. It's always, you can always go. So here's the thing. I don't want to go too close because I don't want to look like I have a cold. And I don't want to go up here because I don't want to look like I'm like, you know, crazy. If you want up here, you got to do the contouring up there. You can use the powder up that way. And I'll do a contouring class with a model instead of me at some point. But that's kind of what it looks like before I blend it. So you can see it's kind of like that brighter color. I like it. I think it's really pretty. In fact, I want to have an eyeshadow this color, so I just use this as my eyeshadow. But you can see it just kind of pops your cheeks. So the next thing that I do is I take a little bit of our highlighter, and this one's called Glazed. I take a little bit of our highlighter and I mix it together with it, and I do a circular motion, and I try to get it to look as natural as possible with just a little hint of color. Now this is hard to get a hint of color because it's pretty intense color. And in this lighting, like I said, I'll have to take a picture after. It doesn't look as dark as this. And I have these little eye things in my eyes and they're bugging me. So yeah. But hopefully you can see kind of, I put a little bit of that. And I just put a little bit on my nose. And then I get the color off, because if you don't, you're gonna have more color on. And then I take the tip of this one and I get that highlighter on there, and I just go lightly over that bone. And again, I have pretty pronounced features on my face, so it kind of is, I don't use a huge amount. And then I like to take that highlighter and do a little bit on my nose, on my thing. And so, some of you might be going, she's doing it totally wrong. I don't know, but that's the way I like it, and that's the way I do it. The other thing that I do to get that glow is I'll use this one, which is the bronze. I really like this one. So I'm gonna show you just for today, even though I don't typically do it all together, I'm gonna show you just for today kind of how that looks over. And you can use the little sponge, which I actually think brings a really pretty healthy glow look in there. So if you can see, it kind of just lightens it up a little bit. And then you can do that. If you want a lighter one, like I said, our silver sands are awesome. I recommend all three. They're really awesome. They do different things. So sometimes I put this one, if I'm like darker, I can put this one in my foundation shade as well. So, and I don't really need, I put my hair back today, but I don't really need contouring up here because I have freckles and sunspots. So, which are the same thing pretty much. But anyway, so that is that, okay? Now I'm gonna do my mascara. My favorite mascara that we have is our lash lengthening mascara. It is my ultimate favorite. I use every other mascara as well. I mean, I use the waterproof. I use our lash intensity. Now my lash intensity, I don't use it as much because of my lashes. It does give you maximum volume, but it gets on top of here on my brow because, like I said, I have that pronounced brow bone. And if somebody has a tip of how to make it so it doesn't come off there, let me know, because I will do it and then I will use it more. But that has been a problem, so you can comment below. And so I also do our primer, our lash primer, and this is kind of like a clear, like it almost is like a moisturizer, I guess, kind of. And yes, I'm gonna make funny faces with my face, so I'm just warning you now. And with this one, I just kind of get right at the root. And I'm gonna do one eye versus the other just so you can kind of see again. And I like my lashes to look like they're fanned out, not like they're clumpy. I know some people like that, like really thick, clumpy look, but I don't like that on me. It's good on other people. Okay, so once I have that, that's just the primer. And then I'm gonna do one coat of the Lash Love. I'm so excited to try my new lashes, and we'll see how those look on me, but I'm trying to, so this is the difference, like it has a different type of brush. It's like curved, and this one, I just love it. So, like I said, and it just goes on really smooth. This is black, we don't have another color, this is just black. We have two Lash Loves. We have a Lash Love, just regular Lash Love, and then we have this one, which is the lengthening. And sometimes I'll use two different ones, like if I'm trying to get a really good, okay, so I just got some up here. Everybody does that. Our oil-free eye makeup remover works really good like that, but I caught it in time, so. And then down below, you can, if you have problems with getting it up on top first, like I probably should have done the bottom first, but it's my habit, I don't. But I love, 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 love. Oh my gosh, I totally just did what everybody does. Probably look like I poked my eyeball out. Okay, so do you see that? I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I have not mastered the whole lash curler thing, and because of that bone, I always pinch my skin. But then I have an electric one, or not electric one, but a heated one, and it broke, so I can't use that to show you guys. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. I will take pictures like I said, but there's the two. Can you see the difference? I'm trying to look in the picture as well, and it's not working that well. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other one, and then I'm gonna do lips, and then we are done. And like I said, yeah, it took a long time today because I'm trying to tell you every step and whatever product I'm using. You'll be proud. I do use all my own products. I use all Mary Kay products. Why wouldn't you when you get such an amazing discount as a distributor, as a consultant? Crazy. Plus, it's top of the line products. I've used very top of the line products, and that's one of my things with people is I love sharing them with people who use top products because it is an amazing product. Again, I do the funny faces. I'm not ashamed. My daughter always says, why do you have to do that? I think I said that earlier. Okay, so do you see that? Okay, so that's that. All right, that's my eyes. There's that. My cheeks, my eyes, all of that. I got my glow going. Now my lips. I don't use liner because my lips have a lot of pigment in them and it turns the color of the liner. So, and I don't like color on my lips. Yesterday I took a picture of that paparazzi pink. I like the colors on other people, but on me, I always feel like a little weird with it on, and I feel like if I look at myself, and I'm gonna be doing some videos today, so I don't want to feel like I need to take it off. But I always feel like I need to take it off. So if you have really, you know, like bad lips, I recommend I didn't use lipstick for a long time because my lips were really chapped and cracked. But our satin lip set is awesome, and I don't even have to use it as often anymore because now it's under control. Plus, our Nourishine lip gloss has a lot of moisture in it as well. But this is our Bashful You lipstick, and I don't have really big lips. I have like small to medium lips. So I could use a liner if I wanted to, but again, I don't. But I can teach people, one thing I teach in one of my classes is how to get a bigger lip or how to minimize your lip, which is really good. Okay, so that's the lip color. As you can see, it's just a very natural color. Now, this is my favorite. This is my go-to, you guys. I have to have like 5, I have one of these probably in every purse, well, I only have one purse at a time, but I have it in every like place that I'm at because I use this. This is like my go-to always. It's the Golden. Please don't ever discontinue this because I love it. But it's called the Golden, and it's just a really like light. Okay, so this is probably me going back to my roots of like, I don't know, when I was younger, but I always wore like a golden type lipstick, and so this kind of reminds me of it. And you can do, if you want it like a little bit darker, you can do the Beach Bronze lipstick, but I like the tone of that one. So don't look at my hair, pretend it's not there because my toner is not washed out and it looks purple and crazy. But this is the look, and it was quick. Usually in the morning it's quick, but that's how I do it. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thank you for coming on and seeing everything, and hopefully it was helpful. This is the look I get. Like I said before, I get a lot of people ask me how I do my makeup because it can look natural. And the other thing is I don't reapply throughout the day. So if it's gone, it's gone. But I love our makeup because it lasts 12 hours and it stays on, and I don't have to do that. Oh, last step. One of my favorite things. Almost forgot. I have one of these in every drawer too. Our finishing spray. This stuff works awesome. So that is it. That's the finishing spray. It's great. If you have any questions, comment below. If you have any questions about the particular products, ask your consultant, and or you can comment, I can tell you too. But these are just awesome products, you guys. Tools matter. Make sure you have good brushes. Make sure that you keep your brushes clean. Above all, with good makeup is good skincare. I would take skincare over makeup any day. So I would say definitely make sure that you have great skincare underneath, because it makes a big difference. It's like, I would say it's kind of like a dirty canvas. If you have a dirty canvas, your makeup's never gonna look good. So just make sure that you keep a good canvas, okay? So this is it. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully it helped. I'm trying not to be critical of myself. Just kidding. All right, guys, love you. Have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye.